Day one of the Alex Murdaugh murder trial started with the selection of a jury and ended with emotional opening statements. News 3's Andrew Davis was in the courtroom today for testimony, and he is joining us live now from Walterboro. Andrew?
Well, prosecutors say Alex Murdaugh committed these two brutal murders and then tried to cover them up. The defense went with one simple aspect. He didn't do it, and that the prosecution doesn't have the evidence that will back any of that up. And after just 2 hours after this jury was seated in 8 women, 4 men, they had to hear very graphic testimony during opening arguments. Now, prosecutors laid out their case very quickly, offering the jury a mountain of new information they say connects Alex back to the crime. They brought up cell phone video that tracked him to the scene, even though they say he told everyone he wasn't there that night. They say there was a raincoat that investigators say Alex brought to his mother's house that was later found to be covered in gunshot residue. The gun used in Paul's killing still wasn't found, but it was bought by the Murdaugh family.
The evidence is going to be such that you're going to reach the inescapable conclusion that Alex murdered Maggie and Paul, that he was the storm, that the storm was coming for them. And the storm arrived on June 7th, 2021, just like the storms that are heading here right now, that they died as a result, beyond any reasonable doubt.
Now, the defense counter, Dick Harpootlian, Murdaugh's attorney, went on the offensive after that. While he did offer the fact that the timeline of that night didn't match, there's no physical or forensic evidence connecting Alex to those murders. Harpootlian also made sure that the juries thought about this crime and their verdict on an emotional level as well.
This is Alex Murdaugh. And Alex was the loving father of Paul and the loving husband of Maggie. You're not going to hear a single witness say that their relationship, Maggie and Alex's relationship, were anything other than loving.
Dismissed for the day. Testimony will start tomorrow with some never-before-seen body camera footage from sheriff's deputies from the night of the murder. Now, the deputies and the lawyers weren't the only ones there. We had a lot of people who have talked about this. Brett Buffington, you were out there with some of the people who wanted to come to this trial and see some of this all for themselves.
You're right, Andrew. There's a lot of those true crime enthusiasts that have been glued to this case. Of course, the HBO documentary that you were a part of, our coverage on WSAV.com and on WSAV On Air. Of course, you following this story since the very beginning. There have been podcasts, there have been YouTube channels devoted simply to covering what happened in this Murdaugh case. A lot of people, of course, interested in that. They were here. We understand they had 50 seats available in the courthouse, in the courtroom today for the general public. We know at least 13 of those were taken up. We know one of the people who said it was very important for them to come here. Their brother was actually a game warden who helped search for Mallory Beach's body that day in the marsh. She said she wanted to be here to see this trial in person.
I think the interest is more about a family that's been in power for over 100 years in South Carolina and gotten away with a lot of things the average South Carolinian could not do. So I think the intrigue is more in somebody getting away with one thing or two things, but you're talking over 100 years of a lot of question marks and questionable things that have happened, and it's just been okay because of a last name of a family.
Well, and the other thing, Brett, some people that we weren't sure who were going to show up today, the Murdaugh family themselves, and you were up close and personal with them.
We were. We watched them as they went into the courthouse. Of course, this is the first time we believe that Buster has seen his dad since he was arrested, and we know there's been jail phone calls. But to see that in court today, he had to sit there and listen to those graphic details that you've been talking about, that we showed on our live stream, that you live tweeted about. He had to listen to that. He was essentially emotionless as he came out of court with his two uncles. They got in an SUV and quickly pulled off. We asked, how was it to see your dad? What do you have to say to your brother? Is there anything that the family wanted to say? Of course, it has to be a tough day for them, no matter how this case plays out. This has got to be a lot of emotion just to hear that.
And Alex did break down multiple times in court during this trial already. That was the first time he's seen his son and much of his family in more than a year. And this is just day one of a very long week, couple weeks of testimony. In Walterboro, for Brett Buffington, I'm Andrew Davis. Back to you.
All right, Andrew and Brett, thank you.